Hello everyone, to those just joining, to those watching things back on the VOD, whether it's here on Twitch or on YouTube, depending on when you're watching this. Hello, welcome to another stream and welcome to another game dev stream. It's Sunday once again, which means we're getting back into working on the project. Last time we made a fair amount of progress with building the test level. However, there were some hiccups that we started running into towards the end, so I said, well, I would continue working on this next time because for the most part during the week I've been like doing stuff, learning things from like online courses and whatnot that would probably help me with this project and others as well. So that's been my main focus. Also, sorry if there's like a periodic break where I'm just like taking breath and whatnot because cold symptoms flaring up again, so it's kind of annoying. But but that happens. Anyway, I don't want to ramble too long because I want to focus on getting through things. So get the settings all set up on Opera. And I'm trying to think of what song from Spyro 3 that I want to choose for this one to start off with, because I kind of go on a sort of like rotation of like the different songs just to start off, so I'm not like using the same ones or just, continuing from where I left off. I'd rather sort of like start with a fresh one. I think I'm gonna choose this one, which is from Oh, I'm still getting ads, god damn it. Right. Right, super bonus round. That's a good song to start off with, in my opinion. I think, yeah, my finger's moving properly. Anyway, starting off with, already in the test level, already like in like brush editing and whatnot to sort this stupid thing out because it's so annoying and frustrating to do. So yeah, no, these were separate shapes, but yeah, I didn't get rid of the things underneath there because these were two separate boxes that I was using for the walls. It may be that when it comes to like building like this area, I may actually have to just use separate boxes for all of it, or just start off with the one, which is not really what I was wanting to do, because I was hoping that maybe I could have actually just used all of this for the sake of doing things, but oh, whoops. You try ideas, sometimes they don't work, and that's okay. So, hi, guess what? Hi, Steel. I cannot guess what, because I do not know. What happened? I'm very curious. Gonna get rid of that. Once I have wait. Did I accidentally... I'm in the unit... Oh, neat! I originally started off with Unity, but then because of, like, all the stuff with, like, Unity, the company itself being a bit of an arse, I just sort of left it behind. But I still have that bit of, like, Unity, sort of stuff in my noggin, but I don't really tap into it as much anymore. Though, it's still there for a rainy day if I ever need it again. I do kind of wish I hadn't chosen to keep the stairs and actually get rid of the stairs in their entirety, but this is still working. Because at the very least, I can salvage the stairs, but get rid of the attached geometry that I generated for it. It's a bit of a long process, but it won't take that long because, it's actually, yeah, no, this is not taking that long at all. In fact, in record time, I could probably have like all of this excess stuff removed, and then I can, just replace it with separate, with a separate just box in general. So I also wanted to try learning Godot, at some point, but I hadn't found the time over the summer because summer was busy because of work and stuff. So, you know, I never got, like, actually got around to properly learning Godot. I still want to try learning it at some point because, from what I understand, people like the engine a lot. For both 3D and 2D, but it's, you know, another entire programming language that I'd need to learn and everything. Let's get rid of that box brush for now, because I don't need it. Yeah, and then there's just this face. No! Don't! Can I just delete this face? There we go. And now I just need to create a new shape. Or a new face. With these vertices. Unreal? Hello? Unreal? Why are you freezing when I'm trying to create a face? I hope you haven't crashed. You're trying to make a bomb defuse 2D game with a group like... Oh, like a little WarioWare micro game. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, it was saving. It was saving the... What happened? What the fuck? That's not what I wanted to happen. Oh, it has to be selected in clockwise order. Right. To be fair, I never properly read what the create... I'm not good at coding, so I'm doing... Yeah. Like, because you have programmers and stuff, so no count... Oh no, counterclockwise only. In clockwise order to create a poly with an outward-facing normal. So that one... Because I kind of did it very terribly. I did the bottom two vertices and then the top. There we go. That's better. That's better. Right. That is the excess stuff from what I extruded from here done. Cool. I need the place actors panel now because I need to get my extra geometry and stuff. Like, I'm pretty damn happy with that. Oh, you heard the hands clap like you... Sorry, I'm also just kind of multitasking with hot chocolate again, because I actually managed to get some stuff, but like milk and whatnot, but yeah, it's pretty funny. Timing's pretty funny sometimes. But anywho, now I need to line... I do like when I try and place a shape and it doesn't place a shape. Hello, Unreal. Are we on... Yeah, we're on the right one. We're on the geometry tab. I think it's just where I am. And... Oh my god. Right. I should probably not have a thing selected. There we go. That was my fault. How well is this lined up? It's not directly, like, on it. Maybe I should... Hold on. And this is my curse, trying to make sure that this is all lined up properly, otherwise it's going to bug me endlessly. Right, so along the Y, let's try 500. No, 550 to start off with, because I want to make sure that this is centered right. No. I mean, 520, 540 maybe? Mayhaps? That might be... Yeah, so at the very least, I know that it is centered somewhat. It is centered somewhat. So, you know, it's not an absolute disaster. Anyway. That is... Cool, that's right there. Cool, right. Now, I'm hoping that, depending on how, like, how long I want to make this, that this still manages to connect very well. So that's 545, about 1,000. Okay, 1,000 is not enough. But then again, I cannot remember how... I can't remember how long and how wide... I mean, of course I can tell how wide it was with the two little, like, box brushes that are still there. But in terms of how long it was from the stairs to the back wall, I do not remember how long I made it. You know, it's kind of funny, because it was just there not too long ago, but then I got rid of it all, and now it's disappeared from my brain. I'll make it 1,200. That might be good. I think that actually might be a good approximation of how... Yeah, it's right there, it's connected nicely. And in terms of, like, from the stairs to where possibly the... Maybe slightly longer would be good. Maybe 1,600? And yeah, I'm aware it's, like, doing it on both sides. I'm factoring this in, but... There we go. Right. See, that's looking more like it. So now I'm realizing that it can't be a multiple of 50 for the width. It has to be a multiple of 20. So let me think. Let's try 1,000 first. Right, 1,000's not wide enough. 2,000? Okay, 2,000's too wide. 1,800. Hold on. Never mind, I was wrong. But we were close. What about... No, 1,700. What about 1,780? That's still too wide. That's still too wide. 1,760. It might have done. No, that's still a bit much. Yeah, that's about a square's worth. 1,740. That might be it. Yeah. That's one. That's two. That's on both sides. But then again... Hot chocolate done. Now I can properly focus and think again. Right. So... This is looking fine and dandy. This is looking good enough. However, this box brush 18. If I was to rotate this, it would rotate like that. So... Hold on. This actually may work if I was to... Okay, never mind. I mean, it's close enough. It's close enough to where I want it to be. need to move it over one more. However, I realized with this one, I didn't use, like, the brush settings, like, X, Y, and Z. I did use, like, the actual brush editing to, like, edit along, like, the different axes, so... So, I'm fine with using them here for these ones. Like, for the sake of, like, filling in the walls and stuff. Right, I'll leave a block there, or leave that there for the actual, like, back wall. Oh, I was one over. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, fun thing. So, since, like, game dev is, like, you know, the chill stream day where I just kind of go on and talk about stuff and everything, thing about work, because, you know, getting closer to Christmas and, you know, of course, things are getting absolutely busier. So, you know, a lot more people are coming in, a lot more people are buying stuff, getting their stuff ready for Christmas, whether it's, like, small little present, like, stocking filler bits, small little, like, decorations, or large number of decorations, or everything that they need for, like, you know, all of their Christmas setups and stuff and everything. You know, just those bits. And, of course, we've had, like, Christmas stuff in the store, like, for basically at least, like, a month or two at this point now, because we got them in fairly early, you know, because, as you do, you want to try and prep for that kind of stuff early in retail and whatnot. So we've had, like, our Christmas stock in for a long time, and of course the fun thing is that, because, you know, Halloween's over, it's November now, and because, you know, consumerism and all that jazz, we're subject to the early, fairly early, curse of having Christmas songs play throughout the shop, even though it's the start of November, and it's not December. And the problem is that it's not even, like, the proper, like, Christmas songs, because, you know, you have to pay licenses and stuff to be able to, you know, play those songs within shops. What we have instead are essentially, like, royalty-free covers of Christmas songs that play in the shop. So we don't actually have, like, stuff like, I'm trying to think, like Michael Bublé or, like, Slade and stuff, and other stuff. And also the people who sung, like, the original, like, Dreaming of a White, or, like, the original White Christmas and stuff. Like, we don't get that. We get basically royalty-free, you know, like, oh, we have Christmas songs at home kind of thing, where they're singing the song, but it's not, you know, the art. Oh wait, I should have duplicated that. But it's not the artists that you would normally expect. So, like, we're not even getting good, like, Christmas music in our shop. We're getting covers, and, like, they don't do a bad job. But if I have to be, like, no, like, before I go on, like, I want to clear things up. I love Christmas. I absolutely love Christmas. I love celebrating it. I love, like, spending time with friends and family and stuff. I love doing that. But in my personal opinion, and this is an opinion that most of my friends share, it's that December is the month where Christmas should be, like, paraded about and celebrated and stuff. It shouldn't be, like, thrown around everywhere as soon as Halloween ends and November starts. Like, I know there's nothing significant in November. I mean, like, for us Brits at the very least. I know the Americans have, well, I know the Americans have Thanksgiving and stuff, and I know some other things happen. And the only thing of note that happens for, like, us in Britain at the very least is Guy Fawkes Night, which is, like, in 2 nights anyway, so what's the point? I think. Yeah, the 5th of November. Wait. Hold on. I might be misremembering. Am I getting our own British history wrong? Wait. Yeah, 5th of November. Right, I wasn't misremembering. I was not misremembering British history. But anyway, like, the only thing of note that I can think of us having is Guy Fawkes Night during November. We don't really have anything of note, like a Thanksgiving or anything. The only thing that we celebrate is is the thwart of someone's attempt to blow up the Houses of Parliament way back when, like about a couple hundred years ago. And yes, this is a real British celebration called Guy Fawkes Night or Bonfire Night, and it was because of something called the Gunpowder Plot. But I'm not explaining that stuff on stream because I feel like it's a very odd place to explain it. Though it is always fun trying to explain this kind of thing because it's like, oh, you had what happen? I also realized I might have done this one, like, yeah, it extends one over. Whoops. There we go. But yeah, no, as I was saying, in my opinion, and this, as I said, opinion that's shared by my friends, so I'm not alone in this, November is supposed to be the nothing burger month between Halloween and Christmas. It's supposed to be the nothing burger month, not the let's just stuff Christmas down everyone's throats. Or at the very least, in the case of Britain, it's supposed to be the nothing burger month where nothing really happens. We're not forcing Christmas down your throats. We're just waiting, having the little rest between Halloween and then Christmas, and then just, you know, having that stuff happen. In my opinion, it's kind of silly, and it kind of sucks that this is definitely a product of capitalism and consumerism, and that, like, the whole, like, Christmas being a thing in December is kind of ruined by the fact that so many companies are trying to sort of squeeze money out of you, like, even before Christmas has properly started. But they're like, hey, it's November, guess what? It's Christmas! It's not! It's not. And that's all, and that's what I'm gonna say on it. Oh, gosh, sorry about that. Yeah, right. Anyway, enough ranting about how the fact that, corporate greed is ruining my favorite holiday. Back to game dev. Right, so I need it to be a subtractive brush. Also, I'm super happy that I managed to get more used to, like especially during, like, last stream and before the last game dev stream, where I now have a better understanding of how, like, things work with, additive and subtractive brushes, and it's all dependent on, like, it's all dependent on the order in which things are made, like, with BSP brushes. So, in order to be able to properly apply, like, say, a subtractive brush to a shape, you need to have made it after the shape that you're trying to carve, like, a hole into. So you're trying to make a hole in a shape that was made after, like, if you make a shape after you've made the subtractive brush and you're trying to use that same subtractive brush to carve a hole into that shape, it won't work. But then, if you're just, you know, you've made a shape and then you make a subtractive brush to carve a hole into it, then it will work. And I'm glad that I figured things out, because initially when I was getting started on this, it was kind of a thing that was bugging me a little bit, because I didn't know what the hell was going on. So, you know, cool beans that I eventually managed to work it all out. I was definitely not tearing my hair out over things. I kid. I wasn't tearing my hair out. It was just a little bit frustrating, honestly. But also, I don't know what it is, if it was because of work today or because of, like, stuff that I've been doing earlier, like playing games with friends and whatnot, or just doing... and whatnot, but... Hold on. I have forgotten what I was going to say. Ah! Oh yeah, no, I'm just feeling like I'm just in a yapping kind of mood for some reason today, and I am not complaining, but I'm definitely noticing it, that I am yapping a lot more than I normally would during these kind of streams. Like, I would normally, like, talk a little bit, then sort of like, put head down, get on with things, and then every so often, you know, talk more about some stuff and all that jazz. And I would do that. I would normally just do that, but this feels a lot more like I am unraveling that, like, the yarn has come loose and it's just spinning out of control, but not in a terrible way, but in a good kind of way, if that makes sense. Alright, I want to make this... I want to make it, like... So, 1340. No. 840. Okay, that's better. That is better. Then by 900? Yeah, that's good. That's great. Right. And then we make it a subtractive brush. So it is carving it, but I don't have it lined up fully properly. There we go. There, that's giving us the hole, right? So I have an open Clip Studio. I realize I need to open it because that's the thing that I've been using like all the time for like notes and stuff. But basically, hole. We have a hole. Yes. The hole. Anyway, I'm gonna open Clip Studio so I can get my oh wait, I opened up Explorer. I didn't click on. My brain's a little scattered today. Like it's a little bit like jumping about. Hold on. Oh wait, no, now I remember. Yeah, there we go. Open in Paint. Or Clip Studio Paint, not, you know, Microsoft Paint. Why would I use that? I mean, it is like veterans discount kind of thing. This was from when I was drawing hands the other day. Because I was looking for different reference poses and stuff to draw hands, because sometimes I struggle with those. Anyway. If you remember, so what I have for like this little area here with that hole is, if I like, to be fair, I'm too zoomed in. This is supposed to be like up the stairs, and that's supposed to be the little observation area that lets them see like, oh, this is the final test and we can see where the end of the level is. And here we're supposed to have the cracked floor. Now, in order to make this work, I had to carve out like a hole in the floor, and this is gonna be weird. I'm gonna duplicate this other brush. So I'm gonna duplicate this other brush, but it's gonna be an additive brush. And I know there's enough of a disconnect between, like, the patterns on the floor to make it look like, oh, this floor seems a bit out of place. But I do want to try and make an actual, like, sort of cracked floor. Oh, wait, I didn't change back to the engine. But I've duplicated the subtractive brush. Also, I forgot to say about the ad break. Whoops. Well, to people in chat, welcome back. Welcome back from the ads. But yeah, duplicated the subtractive brush, turned it into an additive, and this is what I mean about, oh, if you're trying to apply a subtractive brush to an additive brush that was made after that one, it won't do anything to it. So there's a reason why this brush is still around, like this box is still around, while this one is just not doing anything to it. There's still a hole being made in the floor, so if I was to hide this, we still have the hole in the floor. But you know, that stuff. So as I was saying, while there is like a kind of like distinct offset from the patterns on the floor to indicate that, oh, this floor is out of place or something needs to happen here, I do want to make a cracked floor texture, which I would probably want to overlay it on, like, whatever texture is, like, on the floor. So that, you know, I don't have to make an entirely separate thing. I mean, to be fair, I probably would have to make a separate thing, like, separate material in the engine, but I could just say, oh, this is a duplicate of this thing, but I'm not sure. I'm a little confused on things, but I'll figure it out. But I do want to be able to just sort of have that texture there and clearly indicate that this is a flaw that you can, also a thing that you can break through. So now that we have that, I think we're gonna. Oh wait, whoops! I did not mean to select that. I meant to select this. Right. I'm gonna extend the bottom. And one thing I want to try doing, I want to make this hollow. Oh, whoops. Did it not like me doing that? I'm a bit lost. You know, as you do. At you. Sorry. So we've got the subtractive brush there. If I hide the subtractive brush, does this make a difference? Oh, great, I've lost track. I have lost track of which brush is which. Ah! Right, so we got that one. Right, that was the subtractive one. Whoops. Right. Oh wait, I meant to play from there. Whoops. Don't worry, this is part of, this is just, you know, this is just a regular occurrence. It's... Okay, I think I'm gonna have to... Whoops. I'm gonna have to temporarily move this up just to see what's happening. Oh, come on, I did it again. I did it again. See, when I expect a hollow shape, this is not what I'm expecting. Then again, I don't know what I'm expecting with a hollow shape. And I didn't... Or did I extrude it? I might have extruded it. It wasn't supposed to... I edited it. It wasn't supposed to extrude it. I hadn't clicked on the option to extrude the shape, so this is weird. Yeah, this is definitely weird. Why is there a second... Oh, wait, no, this is the hollow. What? This is the hollow shape. Right, I don't want that to be like that, because I think I messed up how... Like, why can't it be hollow after I've extended it? Like, surely that can be how it works. Or is it because I am doing it based on... Right, I should... Right. Let's try 1,500. Wait, maybe 1,800. I almost did 18,000 by mistake. That wouldn't have gone well. Great. Right, that should be sorted now. Yep, there we go. That's still... So if I was to move this... Alright, I should also make sure to save. Oh, god damn it! Right. I keep doing this. I keep clicking play instead of play from here. Right. So, this is what I expect to happen, like, when the shape is looking like this when it's not hollow. So, if I was to make the shape hollow now, considering the fact that I did the things based on the brush settings, rather than just dragging it out, how is this going to look? Okay, this is looking much better. What the hell? But I do want to adjust the wall thickness, because this is looking a bit weird next to, you know... Right, so in terms of the Z shape, that's 200. So I want the wall thickness to be 200, I think. Yeah. Okay, not exactly. Right, that's maybe 400 for the wall thickness? Yeah, yeah, wall thickness needs to be 400. And that makes things look a lot better, in my opinion. So, joyous day! Also, I think... Is this another... Like... Like, I swear, every so often I get like another ping in Discord, but like in the mobile app there's a discrepancy between like, okay, there we go. Apparently I have none now, so I don't know what the hell that was. But sometimes I get a discrepancy between how many pings that's showing up in like the mobile app and how many pings that's showing up on like the desktop app, and it throws me for a loop sometimes. Yeah, that should be better now. That's whip for 400. Let's see, that is... It just needs one more. There we go. Right, so now we have a hollow shape inside that the player will get into. How do I convert it into a blueprint? Now, I'm trying to think, because I know you can do it with just, like, random actors that you can place in the level. You can turn them into blueprints, but I don't know if you can turn... I don't know if you can turn things, like, brushes into... Like, I need to look this up. Hold on. Whoops. Convert brush into actor UE5, right. Selected actor. In the details editor on the right. Hold on. Oh! Oh! There we go. Convert actor. Oh. Never mind. And be damaged. Spawn glue. Cluster. Right, selection. Because this hinges on being able to convert it in. Hold on. Oh! Wait, but then I don't have that. Oh, huh. Oh, there we go. I found it. I found it. Right, so I can create a static mesh. Right, so... Gonna call it SM underscore breakable floor. Right. So now this is a breakable floor. And now, since that it is a breakable floor, can I convert this into a BP? I'm trying to remember, because I know you can take like some things and then like some actors and then convert them. Right, so attach, that's attached to group, edit, duplicate. Right, I need to remember. Hi, hello Heater. I am busy trying to figure more things out. Right. Convert. Right, let me think. So this video... Oh, right. No, now I remember. Because I remember back in university when I was working on a project, I did do this in order to create a blueprint that I needed in my project, but I couldn't remember how to do this. Right, so, I can convert this breakable floor into a blueprint. So it'll be a static mesh actor blueprint, and it'll be BP underscore breakable floor. You can't see the blueprint creation window, of course. And then I can go into game, blueprints, level objects, put it there. And of course it's going to take a moment to create the blueprint, because, you know, that's what it does. And now we have the blueprint. It has the floor, of course. And then this object was replaced by the breakable floor. I also need to move this back to the level block out. And I should probably put this in the level block out too. Okay, so now that this is a blueprint, I can do all the things like attaching interfaces to this. So if I go into the class settings, it currently doesn't inherit, and it doesn't inherit any interfaces because it's like based on a static mesh actor class, and that by default doesn't have any interfaces. But I can implement the stomp interface. So if I implement this here, stomp object is now a method that can be called on it. So destroy actor, and I also do like it when people in chat interact with one another. It's very nice. But now, if this is working as I think it should... Oh wait, that's not right. I don't think I enabled... Right, so BP breakable floor. Let's look at the static mesh. Is it an overlap? Right. Where is collision? Okay, it just doesn't have any collisions at all. Collision presets, block all. Hold on, wait, let me go to what it was before. Oh wait, no, that's not what I want to do. Why are you confusing me, Unreal? Right. Let's try that again. Because that was weird. Oh, it's just... not. Okay, weird. Is it because of the other brush? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be because of that, because we've got a physical flaw here. Let's look at the collision profile for you. Yeah, block all. If I want to move this up. Oh, it's Zed fighting. Ah! I want to test something, right? So BP breakable floor. Right. I'm gonna pop this here. I'm gonna play from here. Will we fall through? We do fall through. That's not good. That's. I don't think this thing has a proper collision shape. But it's a static mesh actor, so there should be a collision shape. Right, I think I'm going to have to add a... Like, for this one, at the very least, I'm going to have to add a... box collision. Box. Yep, there we go. And is it in the center? It's in the center. Right. 600. 600. So that's a bit too wide, but at the very least I know that it's there. Right. So we'll get this... oh, wait, no. I forget that the units for, like, some of the components is a bit bigger than normal. Or a bit bigger than what I'm used to, so... Got... 200. Oh wait, that's too short. 400. 500? Alright, 450. Alright, 450. And then 400. Oh yeah, because it... oh, right. There we go. Right, so now we have a collision. As long as I set it to actually be the block all and not overlap all dynamic. Right, let's... oh, I did it again. Right, play from here. Right. Okay, so now we have a proper physical floor. Now, if I stomp it... there we go. That's what I was wanting to happen. So if we do that again... there. Breakable floor. And we fall into the hollow cube, which is what I was wanting to happen. So now, if we return to the little level mind map thingamajiggy in Clip Studio. So this part is done. Like, we have a window so the player can see, like, where the end of the level is. What I want next is to build the wall jump section. And if I open my other little... thing that I was using for my notes. Where is the... That's not it. Okay, I can't remember where I put... Alright, I'm gonna have to go into actual, like the... Right, there we go. If you remember for, like, the wall jumping section, I want it to be like this. Not like a sort of flat, like, jump from wall to wall kind of thing, but I want it to be jump off of an angled wall onto a platform, and then jump off of another angled wall onto another platform, and so on and so forth, until, you know, it just, like, they get to the top. Like, that's what I'm aiming to do, but, of course, it's a process of just building it now, which is, you know... Anyway, so now that I know that this works, which is great, I need to remember the direction I want it to go, so I don't, you know, fumble up and realize, oh wait, shit, I built it in the wrong place. I want it to be here. I want it to be, like, go off from here. And I am going to have to carve another hole into this thing, I realize. So I have my little exit. So... let's see. Right, place actor, we get another box. Okay, never mind. It's because I have it selected, it won't let me place it. Let's put it there for now. This needs to be subtractive, but I need to line it up. I also may have put it in the floor. Or I put it on the floor. Yeah, I put it on the floor, not in the floor. Whoops. There's a distinct difference between putting something on the floor and putting something in the floor. You know, that's just facts of life. There is a difference between putting something on and putting something in the floor. Anyway, I'm getting my important stuff out of the way before I forget. May as well. Gosh. Right, there we go. I also realized this is not perfectly centered. And the more I say that, the more it sounds like someone who's, like, it sounds more obsessive than it actually is. Right, general, subtractive. Right, that makes a hole all the way through the wall. Right, so we go along the X, so say 600? Oh wait, that's the Z. I went on the Z by accident. Whoops. 600. Yeah, right. And then Y doesn't need any changes at the moment. To be fair, 600 on the Z works. So I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna move it. I also, that was one too many, right? That was one too many again, right? So now we have this thing with a hole in. I mean, there was already a hole in the top, but we have a hole, we have a thing with a hole in two different places. Yes, I realize that means two things. Shush. Right, so go through, down here, and then we have the hole sort of carved out here. Cool. Right. So now I want to build a tunnel, a kind of tunnel thing. So, let me think for a moment. Okay, I'm done being a microwave. I think I have an idea. Right. I'm gonna get rid of that, and then I'm gonna place it along here so it's actually more level with where I need it to be. Or where I need the base to be at the very least. Right. So it needs to be... Where it meets needs to be like 6 whole tiles along at the very least. But yeah, I had a lot of fun playing the Monster Hunter Wilds beta the other day. That was super fun. Like getting a feel for things, and like eventually like hopping on playing with Dragon was pretty fucking sick too. Ray Dow was a funny it looked funny low poly, but Ray Dow was a difficult ass monster, but it's such a fun fight too, especially in a situation where you're forced to use gear that puts you directly at a disadvantage. It felt fun. It felt so fun. Like Monster Hunter World is fun, but that felt very fun, and I can't wait for February. February is going to be such a good time. Like, not just that, but the, Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, the Majima game, coming out, like, the week, like within, like, a week or so of it. February. But February is going to be a fun time. Also, 16 days, My Sims is getting its re-release on the Switch. I knew it was, like, sometime, like, after the 10th at least, but I couldn't remember when exactly it was. But it's the 19th of this month. And that's when My Sims is getting released. Yeah, that's soon, yeah! And I'm pretty excited for that. Because you know here, but for people watching either currently in chat or watching things back who don't know, My Sims. I used to love playing the My Sims games when I was a kid. My Sims Kingdom and My Sims Agents were probably like my favorite of the My Sims games, but like base My Sims is still pretty fun too. I have a lot of memories with the My Sims games. My Sims Racing as well was fun, but base My Sims and My Sims Kingdom are getting a re-release in a bundle on the Switch in about 16 days or so, and it's gonna be pretty fun to play those games again. So I'm considering, at the very least, when they launch, I'm considering playing it. Yeah, DS My Sims was also pretty good. Like, you could definitely tell, like, you know, DS tie-in game, like, tie-in to, like, the console release, but it was still pretty good. Whoa! 600. Let's see 600. Oh, God. Could it be 700? Could 700 be the source? Okay, I thought the song was ending, but it was looping. But yeah, no, like, for the time, at the very least, like, DS My Sims was still pretty good. Right, this wasn't the source. I enjoyed My Sims Agents a lot. And My Sims Racing was pretty fun at the time as well. I had both the DS and the Wii version of My Sims Racing. Agents was more story focused. Like it had a linear story. It had like a start, a middle, and an end and whatnot. There was a thing that you were working towards. But it was still pretty cool. Also, ad break starts for people in a minute, just to let you guys know, just to give a heads up. But it was, like, at the time when I was a kid, when I was playing it, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I do hope that, like, if a general reception is very good for the, like, re-release of My Sims and Kingdom, that they consider doing the same for the other My Sims games. Like, I'm hoping that it does well enough to warrant, like, re-releasing the other games, because it would be nice to have, like, the other My Sims games on modern hardware. It would be great. I would love it. I would be super happy. Also, I'm realizing, I might have made this too big. Yeah, slightly too big. I might have found it? I think it's 724. It might be 724. Like, it's such a minor change, but... Also, ad break has started for people in chat. This doesn't apply to you if you're watching things back on the VOD. I swear to God, like, I wish I didn't always suffer from, like, minor cold symptoms, and then those cold symptoms get worse when I actually have a cold. It feels like I always have a cold, like, at all times, like, even a fragment of it, but then it just, it gets so much worse. But yeah, right, so I figured that out. That's cool. That's great. Right, so next part is making the path to, like, this little tower bit where the wall jumping stuff takes place. Woo! Sorry about that. Also, welcome back, people who are on ad break. I am currently sneezing up a storm. Yippee! Oh, jeez. I also realized that changing the Z size is going to offset it from the bottom again, so I probably should have kept it in that one spot next to the wall so I can easily check, like, whether or not I have it lined up properly. Well, for now, at the very least, making sure it's all lined up. I may want to, like, make it so that, like, this path sort of goes up like a small stairway, and have, like, this tower bit be a lot taller, just so other things later on in the stage, like, the test stage, make sense. So yeah, let's try 800 for a Z size. Okay, that needs to be way bigger. 2000. Okay, that needs to be way bigger. What the what? 2000... 4000? Okay, that's looking better. 4000 was the way to go. Oh, wait. Right. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take a quick couple-minute break, because I want to go blow my nose, because, like, snivelly stuff is getting annoying. So I'll be a couple of moments, I won't be too long, just hang in tight, I'll be back soon. See you then. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. That took a little longer than I would have hoped, but... Right. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was trying to make sure that this was lined up properly, and I don't think it is still. Gonna be real. And, 1522. Right, that'll do. Hey, Vlad. Hope you're having a good day or good night. Or I hope you've had a good day. You played more of the beta today. That's good. Yeah, no, it's really fun. Did I just delete it? I just or I was. Oh wait, no, I was like. That happened. But yeah, no, I'm happy with what we had with the beta. Of course, you know, performance issues abound as expected from like an earlier build, and they definitely will have like the problems ironed out before release. But if how things felt was a taste of what's to come, I'm super excited. February is going to be a great month, like for that, and also the Majima Yakuza game. That's going to be great too. So I can move that over now. Let me think. There's a specific idea I have. Also, I realize I may actually... My partner couldn't really play the game. It caused many issues. Yeah, no, like, I had some issues. I didn't have, like, absolutely, like, destructive problems with it. But at the same time, things didn't go entirely smoothly either. You know? Things were still very... When I streamed the beta, of course, low frame rates, which, you know, has been happening with everyone, so it wasn't just a me thing. But I had the funny little problem where, outside of Chattacabra being rendered properly, all the other monsters were being rendered, like, low poly, and it was funny, but at the same time, it was kind of concerning. Like, sure, it was a funny little mishap, a funny little thing to happen, but at the same time, kind of concerning. It just tried to get forcing him into low graphics when his computer can handle it. Yeah, it forced me into medium, so I adjusted it to high at first. Then realized, oh god, wait, no, actually, maybe for how it's running, maybe setting it back to medium would have been better, so I set it back to medium for the rest of the stream. Also, I tried enabling the frame generation option, regardless it showed that we could stay in the lane for more than... Yeah, that was... And then, for some reason, I tried enabling the frame generation option, because apparently, that's supposed to increase the frame rate. But, I tried enabling that, and it caused the beta to crash, so I just thought, yeah, you know what, I'm not using this option. That doesn't sound like a good idea while this is all unstable. So, I just chose to forego that overall, but... Yeah, no, low poly Raydao was funny. Yes, Heater. It is time to fish. Oh, you're back to fishing. You're back to web fishing. He is returned to web fishing after a brief hiatus with more Lethal Company and Fortnite. Speaking of Fortnite, so the Chapter 2 remix released yesterday, and to many people who are, you know, playing Fortnite, and I feel like I can say this because, you know, this is definitely most of the game's audience, to people who are like, like, not that much older than 7, it does, like, the Chapter 2 island doesn't mean anything to them. But to people who played the island, like, 5 years ago when it first came out, like me, for example, it's nice to have it back again, even if there are some of, like, the whole, like, oh, some of these things that we have in modern Fortnite don't exist at this point, so now we have to make do without them. Or there are things that did exist at this point that no longer exist in modern day Fortnite, which is kind of sad. Because one thing that was really fucking cool back in this, I gotta dip have a good stream. Thank you for stopping by, even if it was for a little while, Flair. Like, have a good rest of your night. But yeah, there were things such as being able to shake down downed opponents, which existed in Chapter 2, which is a cool little thing that let you see where other enemies were that they removed, which is kind of sad. I can understand if it was for, like, the theming of that chapter, but at the same time, that was a cool thing. And, like, the whole, like, sprinting and parkour thing, which was introduced, I believe, in Chapter 4, I'd like to say? I can't remember when. It was either Chapter 3 or Chapter 4, either one, but, like, that wasn't a thing specific to a given theme or a given event for, like, Zero Build and stuff. And Zero Build has remained in the game, and so has, like, the sprinting and jump, like, mantling and stuff. Or, like, the parkour-esque type stuff has remained in the game. So, if that's the case with those, then why couldn't shaking down remain in the game? I guess, like, having something that, like, as long as, like, their teammates were in range, you could just use it to reveal an enemy's teammates. I can kind of understand that it's a bit, like, yeah, that's a bit giving a bit too much power to them, but at the same time, it's a cool mechanic. It's a cool mechanic that, while it does put too much power into, like, a killing player's hands, does reward players for actually managing to get the knockdown, but rewards them for not choosing to not immediately kill the player. Like, it's a nice little reward. Gosh. Still sniffly. Right. Okay, back to developing the path. I got distracted. Now I realize this may actually be tall enough than, as tall as I need it to be. Right. Edit this. No, actually, not a good idea. So along the y-axis, I want, let's see, 1,000. Let's try 1,000. No, that's... I could actually probably go on about, like, trying to find mechanics in games that, like, feel rewarding. Like, feel like they're rewarding the player for doing a certain thing, like, and being either satisfying or a very sort of, like, lackluster reward for a player doing a certain thing. whether it's like in combat or in like a strategy game or like a card game or something like that. I feel like there's a lot to kind of draw from this kind of idea. Like, for example, there is nothing rewarding about Devil May Cry 2's combat. There is nothing rewarding about anything that happens in that game whatsoever. And that's disappointing, considering the fact that Devil May Cry 1 and the rest of the series... I mean, I haven't played 1, but the rest of the series, at the very least, like, feels like it's very rewarding for the player for investing their time in learning how the combat works and how to sort of optimize things. That's what I like about the later Devil May Cry games, especially. But 2 just feels like it completely disregards so much, and it just feels very... I have specific opinions, having actually, like, fairly recently played through 2, subjecting myself to that. Yeah, I subjected myself to the horror of playing through DMC 2. I do not recommend it to anyone. You should not do what I did. Even for the sake of doing something for content. You should not do what I did. Never do what I did. It is not worth it. I also realized, for my idea, if I wanted there to be enough room, like, if I... Also, I think the song is finally over, so I can switch to another one. Yeah, it is. Right. Go for this one. But we've still got an ad. Yeah, we'll go for this song for the rest of the stream. Right. Oh. That might be a bit too far in. Yep. I think 810 is it. Yeah, there we go. So if I make this hollow, which of course will create a hole in it, I realize. Like a hole straight for the middle, but then I have the inner radius. And then I look at how this would look in gameplay. It feels like... I don't know. I mean, I of course need to make... Like, I would need to duplicate this if I wanted it to be a... Um, 1740. No, 1720. There we go. Right. And first things first. 1, duplicate this. 2, 200. So bring it back to its default. 3, make it hollow again. 4, do not move it over on the x-axis, otherwise you'll move it away from where you need it to be. Like, maybe that was me expecting that to look a bit different, maybe, on the inside. Like, maybe I'm not factoring in how, like, big the player is, at the very least, in this instance. So they have a little entrance here. I mean, it's not there yet, but it will be. So... I also do want to find a material that this stuff uses so I can adjust the shading on it. So where's World Grid material? Okay, never mind, I'm not doing that. That's gonna take a bit. It's gonna take a bit. That's all I'm going to say. Right. Brain. Oh, wait, no, I have an idea. There we go. Right, I need to move all of these to the level block out, because that's going to bug me. There we go. Wait, then why was that? Huh? Excuse me? There we go. Oh, I moved it too far, that's why. Whoops. Anyway, that might be a bit too much. But we'll see. Play from here. And so, for example, I'm going to jump there and have it land like... maybe this is possible. It just felt like it wouldn't have too much room. That's what I thought that's what I thought would happen. I can English. I can do things. You know? But... I clicked play to... Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Whoa, I didn't do nothing. There we go. Cool. Right, so this is a thing that's going to be important here. It's making sure that this thing works. And this may also determine, like, whether or not I do what I was going to do and have, like, the little stairway up to partway up the tower, rather than what I'm doing right here. Because, admittedly, having the tower be as tall as it is, and then having the player start off all the way at the bottom kind of makes it feel like it's a bit too tall. You know, there's a bit too much scale there, so I'm going to try and select the face of this bloody thing and then move it up instead. So rather than it being a staircase, I'm going to have it just be a slope. Because I can do that. I have the freedom and ability to do that. Here was me thinking that I needed it to be some bullshit tall tower, but I could just do it like this. And, like, the bottom bit can still be here. It's just that it exists in a different state now. And then this needs to be brought up. Right, there we go, that's better. So if I test it like this, it is going to have issues because of the inverse kinematics and how it works on slopes, but at the very least, we're not working with, like, going all the way up this stupid bloody tower. Cool. Though I may actually make it a bit smaller. So, let me think. Let's see. Take this thing. Cylinder brush 6. And Woo! Sorry about that. Big sneeze. Ugh. Ooh. Right. Alright, there we go. Right, ad break starts in a few minutes for people in chat. This is looking a bit better now. So if I start from here. Right, that's not nearly as much. Alright, let's actually bring in some cubes to use here, so... First things first, I'm not going to do anything with the cube yet. I'm going to put it there as like a little placeholder just to sort of see. Right. So, of course it will land there, but... Right. So on the y-axis, let's try 400. I'm pretty sure 400 fills out almost all of the wall. Let's try 500. Okay, that might have been a bit much. 480 maybe. 480. 490? No, 488. 486. It's roughly that. Anyway. Oh, that's not where I meant... I meant to play it from there, not play it all the way from the start. So, play from here. So, what I was envisioning is kind of happening, so I'm happy. I'm happy that my ideas are working, so... Right, 90-degree rotation... And then if and when I get this to work... Cool. Oh, whoops. Right, so... I unintentionally found a good spot for it. I mean, of course, I need to move it down slightly. Let me think. There's a 2? Yeah, 2 gap between, like each peak of each box. So... if I do it like this... Yep, no, I'm doing this pretty well, right? the same level as that, so up 2 more. Right. So 2 up, just to do that. Also, I can tell I've got proper... I can tell I've got the proper, like, cold symptoms now because of the fact that my jaw hurts, which is not nice. Not fun stuff, honestly. Right. Like, for all intents and purposes, this tower is almost done. Just making sure that's lined up for that part. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway, but... because I'm moving it up, like, here, but... to me, it matters. It matters to me. Oh. Oh, good lordy. But this is looking pretty good. There we go. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna test from all the way from the bottom now. So and of course, just making sure that it's not possible to jump, like... There we go, all the way to the top! Hell yeah, that's looking pretty neat. I'm happy with that. Right, I'm going to briefly turn it, like, non-hollow so I can extrude this wall at the top. And then I'm going to turn it hollow again. Oh, never mind. It didn't like me doing that. Oh. Why it doesn't like making faces that make sense, I have no idea. Ah! Swear to God, I'm selecting the faces! It doesn't like selecting the faces sometimes, and that's what frustrates me a little bit. Why is there more than one? Why is there more than one in something? That's so weird. So that's what why? That was what was happening. It kept me. Oh my God. Where? There we go. Yay! We have. Oh, we have all. No, we have them all selected. Don't tell me it's made 2 again. There we go. Sorted. Right. Mostly. Mostly sorted. Okay. Great. Okay, there we go. So also the slight pain from like cold symptoms and stuff is kind of distracting me a little bit, so I keep sort of getting distracted because of that. Anywho, so we have this wall up at the top here, so we don't have like the player sort of like jumping off. We need the middle floor, like that connects to this part of the floor at the very least. Oh gosh. I wish it would stop. Right, so I'm gonna drag this all the way up. Or drag this most of the way. I dragged it all the way up, never mind. But I'm gonna make the outer radius slightly smaller, so 624. 524 actually. No wait, it needs to be a bit smaller. Right, so it goes up here. Right, just making sure that this is lined up. So 734. Even though it doesn't matter because I'm going to be moving it into the middle anyway. $810. So what does $810 look like for this? Oh no, that just looks normal. Right. Okay, cool. Right, I want to take... Right, I want to take this bit, extrude it slightly, edit it so it goes right up to the thing, and then I want to scale it. Alright, so we have this bit in the middle. Ah, the sniveling is getting on my nerves. It's so upsetting. Right. Also, one thing that has recently sort of surfaced slash resurfaced on my Twitter feed lately, unlike, you know, me wanting this stupid fucking cult to disappear, is the Magic Roundabout, or as the film was like renamed to in America, Dougal. Because that's been appearing, and it's been like people talking about how the hell does this like how the hell does this exist? This sounds more like a fan dub rather than an actual film. And honestly, like, it's funny because, you know, the Magic Roundabout had an English cast. It was a British cast, but it was an English cast nonetheless. So apparently the whole reason why they just did that was apparently, oh, they felt like people wouldn't know who these people were, so they replaced them with like people who are recognizable in the Americas. But because of that, they basically rewrote the whole script and did something completely different. And there's so many like pop culture references and stuff that they just say out of nowhere, thinking, this is funny. No, it's not. It's not funny. The original Magic Roundabout actually had dialogue. Dougal, however, does not have dialogue. It is not the same movie because of it. And it infuriates me. Also, these box brushes need to go into the thingamajiggy now. So, move to, level block out. Where is the subtractive brush? There we go. Alt. Right, so rotate 90. No, god damn it, that's not what I meant to do. I did it again, didn't I? Where I'm trying to grab the blue thing, but it's giving me the one that moves everything. Now, is this still cutting? No, it's not. It's not cutting anything away. That's good. Okay, I did it slightly off by 1. There we go. Perfect. Right, so that's centered, and we have the exit at the top of the tower. So if we go back to the diagram, Not this one, the other one. So we have the wall jump section, and I do want it to lead into like a little wall slide segment, because I did include like wall jump plus wall slide in the same part of the level beat map, so, or the timeline for the level map, so... But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So... And I did illustrate what I was wanting to happen, like, in the actual slide segment. So, like, the player goes up, like, a little bit, like, either a walkway or a slope or something along those lines. And then they have, like, little spikes here that they, or a hazard here that they have to jump away from. So they jump away from there, yada yada yada. And as they get close to the bottom, they have to, like, jump off of here. Or jump off of here and jump onto, like, the next walkway there, otherwise they risk falling. Also, I'm sorry, this thing with my jaw hurting because of my cold is getting really distracting. It's frustrating. Like, legit, very infuriating. It's just, it's so distracting. Right. Right, cool. Right. Again, back to the engine. We need to add, like, another little walkway bit, though, to be fair, that's not too difficult with this. So, that's not what I meant to do. It keeps grabbing the... Right. It's frustrating. It keeps grabbing the... I keep accidentally grabbing the little white part of the widget rather than, you know, the actual arrow that I was trying to, you know, drag from. So in terms of its Y, it was... Right, so it needs to be 600. Yep. So... 2,500? 2,600. I'll go 2,600. Just to be on a bit on the healthy side. That's Zed fighting, I think. No, that's 1, 2. Right, 1, 2, 4, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4, 2, 4. There we go. Cool. To be fair, I don't need the walkway to be this long. What am I thinking? 1,600. Hell, 1,000 will be fine. I don't need to make it excessively long. Whoops. There we go. That's better. Right. Now what I want to do, of course, I want to do the thingamajiggy with the wall slide. That's what I'm wanting to do. So I'm gonna drag down instead of doing the thing like as I was. And then drag off. Oh wait, whoops. Drag off here to give like the other side of it. Right, so I'll play from here just so we don't, you know, have to go through the whole rigmarole of climbing up the thing. Whoops. Right, I was testing that there. It shouldn't be having wait, so it detects this as... So if I was to check here, of course that would still work. Right, this may also be a good way for me to check like what properties of, say, the wall slide and stuff need changing because of how quickly the player slides down. Right. Though also, it may also just be a case of, like, reducing the distance. Right, wrong place. Whoops. How it's behaving is a bit weird. It's a bit weird. Oy, gosh. Right. Right, I need to drag this bit down a bit more. And then I drag another shape off of this. And then have it be this distance so it forces the player to air dash. So let's give it a shot. Oh, whoops. No, I did it again. I did it again! No! Okay, not exactly what I wanted to do. That seems a bit too easy. Right, so a bit further, just to make it a bit more challenging for the player to get to. So... there we go. Right. Of course, we don't have, like, the actual hazards and stuff in at the moment, so... it's kind of weird, but... Right. Cool. Cool, right. So at the very least, according to the level beat map, it's the final, like, little test area. And as I said before, this little thing involves bringing everything together. Yeah, right. So I'm trying to think, would it, I think it would be like a little walkway and then we have like the little final area. Yeah, little walkway like this, and then... Oh, gosh. Okay. I think for this final area thing, I'm gonna either do it in the next stream, or the next game dev stream, or I will do it in my own time, because I'm going to level with you. This whole thing with my... like, with the cold stuff is kind of distracting me. So I want to be able to do it in the better like frame of mind where I'm not getting distracted by it like every so often being like, ah, it's annoying. So I'm gonna call things there. So to everyone who showed up and everything, and everyone watching things back on the VOD, whether it's here on Twitch or on YouTube, depending on when you're watching this, thank you ever so much for showing up to stream. I really appreciate you being here as always. Next stream will be tomorrow, I mean technically today now, but it will be tomorrow, and we will be continuing the Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth playthrough, which, you know, can't wait for, you know, cool stuff, cool stuff. But yeah, that's what's happening tomorrow. But yeah, thanks again, as always, and I will see you all again in the very next one, and I think... I'll wait for ad break to end before I properly end, because there may be people still watching it and waiting for the ad break to end, and so yeah, we'll wait. Well, I'll wait around until the ad break ends, and then I'll end stream, because it feels a bit like... But yeah, no, in terms of, like, what we managed to get done, it wasn't too much. It was, like, adding, like, attachments and stuff. But at the very least, it was, like, replacing a thing that wasn't working with something that did work properly. Trying to figure out how to properly, like, convert things to first a static mesh and then a static mesh to an actor. Which... it's nice to know how to do that again, in case I need to do something like that again when building a level or something along those lines. We got my wall jumping, like, area idea implemented very well. And I'm pretty happy that the wall jumping idea, like, works as well as it does. We got the wall slide bit. And the wall sliding bit has kind of made me think that wall sliding does need to be adjusted a little bit, but that's more of an in-code kind of thing, rather than something that I can easily adjust. So I'll need to look into that. But then we now have, like, everything prepped prior to, like, the final little area of the level, or the test level. So I'm pretty happy with that. So now I'm going to end. So to everyone in chat and everyone watching things back on the VOD, thank you ever so much for showing up. Tomorrow, as I said before, while the ad break was going on, but I'll say it again for people who are back now, tomorrow's stream will be Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I can't wait to continue playing that, especially considering the frankly hilarious and explosive introduction for this game. So, you know, fun times ensue. We'll be enjoying that a lot.